All right, it looks like we are live. Hi, everybody. Oh my
Good
gosh. All
morning.
right. Well, welcome, everyone. As you are jumping on, let us know if you're watching live. Let us know if you're watching the replay. And do tag your stylist. Let us know where you're watching from, but do tag your stylist. And of course, stylist, tag your guests so that everybody can find us here on this live stream. I'm Michelle Zito. I'm here with Mary Grace Lewandowski, our Executive Company Vice President, and we are so excited to share the Parklane opportunity in 4 easy questions. So, Mary Grace, isn't this, I feel like this is just such a great event, and this has been so much fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I was just thinking as we were getting ready for this, that I don't even get the least bit nervous. I'm just totally filled with seriously anticipation and joy, as ridiculous it sounds. But I really love talking about my job, and no matter how many times people interview me about it, I think it always comes across just so upbeat and happy because that's genuine. You can't fake that. We just have the best job in the whole entire world. And we have found that by doing this interview style, that it's a casual way that we pretty much do answer most of the questions. And if they have additional questions after you guys have additional questions afterwards, you can put them in the chat for one thing and we can answer you or in the comments. But also, just let whoever invited you know. And congratulations on being invited to even watch this. If you weren't invited, we're still glad you're watching this because I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I think be sure to have an open mind and be sure to lean in. So
I love too that, even just doing this in this manner is just a testament to that our team is all over the country, right? So that we can share this information, not only share the information with you coast to coast across all time zones with team members coast to coast across all time zones, but that moving forward, everything's available to you in that same way, which is, of course, something we'll talk about tonight. But so Mary Grace is our Executive Company Vice President. And what we're going to talk about is these 4 why questions. So let's talk about that first one. Because if you are looking to supplement your income, you are looking to bring some additional income into your home, you may be asking yourself, just why is direct sales the method in which to do that? So why direct sales?
Yeah, do you know too, a statistic that came out in the last week or so, but regardless of when you're watching this is still applicable, is there 1 in 5 adults is looking for extra income right now, like a side hustle or some kind of gig to bring in some extra income. When you say why direct sales, I feel like I'm just so average and that most of my reactions are pretty generic to what most of the world's reactions are. So I feel like it's really great to point out to you guys, first of all, don't prejudge. Direct sales just means direct to consumer. I think sometimes we get this, I don't know, some kind of weird thing in our head that it's some kind of weird thing or whatever. And it's not. I mean, direct sales is just direct to consumer. It's not something where we try to get you to sign up all your friends and family and they never want to see you again because you're bugging them all the time. It's not that at all. We provide a wonderful, wonderful service in direct sales. And especially in today's world, something that people are hungry for, a people connection. Why direct sales? My goodness. First of all, I put 4 kids through college with cash because of my direct sales career. I originally started my direct sales career because I just wanted grocery money, $100 a week. All of the options became available to me and started to unveil themselves as I continued in my career, so that I ended up with a 6-figure income. But that isn't why I started out. Direct sales is for everybody. Direct sales is one of the only jobs, seriously, where you can fit it around the schedule you already have. Normally, if we're going to take on something new, we have to take into account, when is that employer going to need us? What are we going to have to give up in order to do that? It's very rare that we can come into something where we automatically shape it around our schedule, what we already have going on, where we can decide when we want to work and what we want to make. and be where we need to be when we need to be there. So direct sales is most definitely the answer. This is a really old story, but there was a very well-known businessman on a talk show. And Michelle, you've heard the story from me before. And the talk show host said, you've had so much success. You've had so much success in the ventures that you've tried. If you had to start all over, what would you do? And this gentleman said, direct sales. And someone in the audience laughed, scoffed. And he looked up to the audience member directly at him. How embarrassing would that be? And he goes, that's why you're in the audience and I'm on stage. And the whole place just fell apart. But it is all of the benefits of running your own business with none of the risk in the overhead. So that's why direct sales. And I can go on and on, but I won't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that so many of you that are watching already have a full or a part-time job, and the last thing you need is another boss. And that's, direct sales. You're in control. We help you. We provide the resources, but you're making those decisions. So great to have that level of control when we've been living for quite a while in an environment that you may have felt things were out of your control. So I know I really appreciate that as well. Okay, so with that, then let's talk about why, because of course, there are 1,000 things that you could sell with direct sales. So why is jewelry the right choice?
I love this question because, again, Miss react like most of the world does. I used to say literally out loud, who would ever sell jewelry? I used to be in a home decorating business, and I sold something very consumable, and I always thought I was so brilliant to sell something consumable that people would need over and over again. And oh my gosh, I have to totally admit the error of my ways, and I will come back to that consumable thing. But first, I think one of the best stories to tell is how Arthur and Shirley Levine, the founders of our company in 1955, why they chose jewelry. They knew that they wanted to have a business. They decided they wanted it to be a direct sales business. What they hadn't decided was what product they were going to represent. They hired 3 separate consultants from 3 separate consulting companies, none of whom knew that the others had been hired, okay? And they sent them out in the world and said, come back to us with your 3 top suggestions for what product we should sell, and be sure to back it up with, your reasons, okay? All 3 of them came back with jewelry as number 1. So here's the reasons. Okay, first of all, fashion is consumable. Fashion is considered a consumable product. It changes with the trends, the outfits, the seasons, your mood. I mean, what can I say? It is definitely a consumable product. We're changing it up all the time. The market is humongous, Michelle, humongous. Think about it. We sell from newborn babies that need that little teeny tiny bracelet all the way up to people definitely that are done decorating their homes, but they're not done decorating themselves, okay? Men and women. Men are buying a lot more jewelry for themselves than they used to, but they are buying still a lot for women, okay? And women more than ever are buying for themselves, and I am so proud of that, okay? Top 3 gifts in the world: candy, flowers, and jewelry, which is the only one that withstands the test of time. Jewelry, and sometimes marshmallow peeps in my house. They seem to last through the generations as well. The same pack in the Easter basket every year. But jewelry, okay, withstands the test of time. Market is huge. Think about it. It's been around since time immemorial. When we watch a movie about Cleopatra, there she is with her jewelry, right? And it's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I just read a stat recently that said in the next 10 years, they anticipate that fine fashion jewelry, like our type of jewelry, is going to absolutely explode. So yes, when you notice that a company is a little bit in trouble, like mine was at one point, the last one, what do you think they add to their line? Jewelry.
Always jewelry.
It's an impulse, emotional. When you used to work for another company too. What was the number 1 prize that they gave all of their top performers?
Always jewelry.
So yeah, jewelry is most definitely the place to be. And I have to tell you, from a personal standpoint, it's a very joyful product. It really helps people's self-esteem. You just see them like their shoulders back a little, their faces beaming a little bit more. It really does a lot for a community. It's just a feel good kind of product. And I am very proud to represent it. And I can't imagine doing anything else. And I was the person that used to say, who would sell jewelry? And it's so easy to carry too. I used to have to do 3 or 4 trips in and out if I was.
As did I.
Yeah, so easy to show on camera now because we do so much of ours on, online. It's just, yeah, I just can't say enough about it, but I probably already have. So yes, that's why jewelry. That's why jewelry.
Which, of course, is what brings us to really the question of the hour, right? That is what really people are. I always feel like that final question is why Parklane jewelry?
Okay, well, of course you think we're going to say this because we work for Parklane, okay? But I want you to remember that we didn't used to work for Parklane.
Right.
And Parklane is the only direct sales company that I'm aware of that will actually recognize experience and hire you at a higher level. Why do we have so many higher level leaders choosing to work for Parklane? Because our programs are the richest. Our programs are the absolute richest. If you have never had any kind of foray into direct sales, you don't even know that you already landed on the best if you're looking at Parklane. But in comparison, we have our mouths open the whole time when we hear about the programs. So I don't want to make you dizzy with the programs, but that is one of the number one reasons that you would ever choose any company is like, what can I do for people? What can I offer for people? What tools are there to make the job easier for me? And just also make me look like the hero. So we have a customer buying program that every single customer has a wonderful deal offered to her or him. Every single customer that doesn't change. One of the number one reasons that people want to have a little get together or anything, even online, and share something with their friends is they want to share a deal. So we have this deal built in that Parklane has put out there for us. Very easy to repeat, very easy for people to go out there and talk about it and be proud to send people back to Parklane. We have the most generous hostess program in the industry. When people choose to deliver their friends to us as referrals, we can treat those hostesses so generously, 2 to 3 times what other companies do. And we do compete for people's time. So where are they going to spend their time, right? And the profit program. Quite frankly, that's probably the number one thing that most people that are looking for a side gig want, right? I mean, if you're going to go do something, you may as well do it and get paid the most, right? And from day one, Arthur Levine said, we are going to get the best people and we are going to last the longest because we're going to pay everybody the most. And they did. So I very often tell people the reason you should do Parklane is because I did. And I know that sounds like really cocky, but I was a top 10 income earner in my last company. Now picture top 10 in the whole entire world in a company. What would it take for that individual to leave that company to come to another company? I'll tell you what it took. First of all, those other programs for other people, all about servitude, okay? But the other thing was I took my current situation and lineage that I was in at that time. And in that time, with my other company, I was making a little bit over $200,000 a year. I plugged it into Parklane and it came out to $780,000 a year on the same exact activity. That's how generous our profit program is. So we won't go into the ins and outs of it, but that's why Parklane. In addition to that, Parklane has been around since 1955. Okay. They are a very secure, cash-rich, debt-free company. I used to say that and be proud of it, but I lived it through COVID. I absolutely lived it with seeing other companies go under and Parklane just flourishing and growing. And actually, I think it's tripling. I know our organization tripled in size through what we were able to offer people. It's kind of like when other people were stepping back, Parklane was stepping up, and all that history helped them do that. And yet new programs all the time, new jewelry every month, a couple new catalogs a year. So it's kind of like, seriously, like everywhere we go, we still meet. I mean, everywhere, every single thing I do, there's people who've never heard of Parklane. So we still have like all of the advantages of a startup company with the security of a cash-rich established company. I mean, that's the perfect storm. That's the thing that got stars in the eyes of my husband and I. Scott Levine is our CEO, and he said that his dad always said, if you have to be in from the beginning to do well with a company, then something's wrong. So they just made the programs where we could come in at any time and we would still have the same exact resources and abilities and potential as someone who was in on the ground floor, and how people talk about things like that. Yeah. In
We
addition
saw
to,
what happened to a whole lot of ground
yes,
floor opportunities during
yeah.
COVID.
And anything you could want, people want to do this type of business for different reasons. A very, very significant factor in a lot of people's decision is they want to travel, and they want to justify the travel by making the money to do the travel, right? And not having to take it out of their savings account or whatever. We do 2 trips a year, 2 all-inclusive trips a year. We have a car program. We have, like, again, I don't want to make you all dizzy with it. And we have free jewelry that we can earn every single month. So where most people have to invest over and over again in their product, really Parklane's investing in us. They're able to give us what we need for free just by us, like, basically following a very basic business plan that's going to bring us all kinds of success. Let's just say they got it, right? They've been around since 1955. They've seen a lot of things come and go. Every time they hear about a great program at another company, instead of getting mad at that company, they go, oh, I think we'll do that too.
I'm sure those of you that are watching, like, put into the comments, which programs have you already taken advantage of, right? So if you've already taken advantage of getting an impression bracelet for $30, that's a special limited edition color, let us know that in the comments. Have you gotten pieces at half price because you got 2 low pieces at regular? And then because you loved that sale so much and you went out and told your friends about it, how many of you have been a hostess and gotten that free shopping spree that even if you brought 10 of those exact same friends to Kohl's and they all checked out in front of you and you asked at the register, can I have my $400 gift card now? They're not doing that, whereas we are. If you've taken advantage of that, let us know, because when we say that it has the best pay, I know when I went on my interview, I said it doesn't matter what the pay is if people don't want to purchase and if they don't love the programs enough to introduce me to their friends by hosting. So I want you to just be able to connect those dots, that the reason why we can make the money that we can make is because of the programs that you all have already been taking advantage of. And all you're doing by joining us is just taking advantage of the next step, which is just the only one you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, get paid on what you're doing. I mean, get paid on your own orders. It's the ultimate friends and family plan.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in today's world, we have social sellers who just want to do everything on Facebook or with a group. We have brand ambassadors that just want to go out and wear the jewelry, and when people ask them where they got it, be able to show their website. I mean, we have people that still do people to people, person to person, in-home shows or wine bars or coffee shops or whatever. And we have people that just do things on Zoom or whatever. And the sky's the limit. It is totally, totally your choice. And I do have to put a plug in for our specific organization, the Grace and Grit organization, of which I'm the executive company vice president, in case you want to search for us. We take a lot of pride in the fact that we have the most experienced seasoned leader team in probably the direct sales industry, hundreds of years of experience. Okay. And also we've taken the step of creating all kinds of just really easy copy and paste images and stuff for you to use. You could start your business tomorrow. If it was cooking, I'd say it's dump and bake. Put an egg in and put it in the oven, right? For us, it is like the same kind of phenomenon. We would, show you all of the tools that we have, and you would be able to start your business with absolutely no creation of images or anything. So it's kind of a no-brainer, which brings us to the last question.
Which, of course, is just, why now? And how do you get started?
Okay, so first, for Michelle, for anybody that knows me, because I'm going to give you my little why now lecture, okay? Okay, because even if you decide not to do Parklane, I think this is a super important life principle. Successful people lean in. And what that means is they don't overthink things. Do they take ridiculous chances based on negative, like research? No, but they look at the pros and the cons very quickly, and they see that, okay, immediately this is going to bring me out. I'm going to come out of this with more than I went into it, which is exactly what would happen with you in Parklane. And I'll figure out the rest as I go along. Okay, lean in. So the fact that you just saw this, that makes now the right time. That being said, and again, because we can do so much online, I don't know when you're watching this, so that's really important. But we are doing this live specifically in what we call the golden quarter. So we happen to be here with you guys in October. So really, really good time to start is during this month, because obviously we're coming into the biggest gift giving season, one of the biggest retail times. I do have to tell you that for most companies, that's true. For us, yeah, we step it up, but we are pretty even all year long. So that's pretty exciting. When I sold candles, we were really excited about Christmas time, and we were really dejected in the midsummer with how much citronella could you sell, right? Okay. So it's very exciting that it's, but also we're running an unbelievable opportunity. And again, I am telling you this on October 12th, 2022. You'll want to just double check what's going on with us right now. If you're watching this in a different year or something, but right now we are offering an unbelievable deal. $99, you guys. $99, and you get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry of your choice. That in itself is a ridiculous deal. Somebody on the street would do that. It was just a customer, right? In addition to that, you get your own personalized website. When I worked for my other company, it was $16 a month to have my website. $99 for the whole year, including $500 worth of jewelry. That's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable opportunity. And of course, the $99 is an immediate write-off on your taxes because you just joined a business, right? It's pretty exciting. So lean in, because the time is always now. And I am hoping that I get to meet you and that you'll say, you don't know this, but I watched you and Michelle. So we would be so excited to have you part of our really supportive, wonderful community.
Well, I hope that this was helpful to everyone, and that please know that whatever situation that you're coming to us with, there's somebody here doing this business for the same reason. So if you're coming here with no experience at all and just wanting to do $600 a month, to earn $600 a month, there's someone here who joined with no experience at all, who's earning that exact amount of money. If you have a bill, something that you are just tired of dogging you, we have people that have paid off student loans, credit cards, that have, do you need new living room furniture? Are you looking to put a pool in the backyard? Are you looking to get ahead on college tuition? Kids are expensive. Christmas and Hanukkah are coming. All of these things. We have people who do this for fun money, for weekly pay. There are a number of people in our organization whose regular jobs pay them monthly. And you know what? The dog doesn't know you get paid monthly when they get sick. The refrigerator doesn't know you get paid monthly when it breaks. This is all, again, allowing you to control your income. Mm-hmm. And bring some stability and control into your household, whether it's for you, your family, for just getting ahead on savings. So whether you will join us with no experience at all, or whether you've had unpleasant experiences with a different company or business, I want you to imagine that this time it's amazing. This time you're in the right company with the right team and the right leaders and the right resources, and that you're going to be successful because that's the decision that you're making. And we're so happy to support you through every step of the way.
Just remember to lean in, because if we've got way more waiting for you. Whatever the next step is, we're here for you. We'll train you, we'll help you, we'll equip you. We've got everything that you need to be a success with this. But
so we're going to have, we're having a form that we're going to have you fill out a form that you can fill out to kind of let us know where you are with, your thoughts. And we're going to do our prizes based on everybody who fills that out. Right, Mary Grace? So we'll get that put into the comments for you so that can get taken care of. And we look forward to seeing you at upcoming events, and we sure hope to see every single one of you joining us.
Thank you so much for coming.
Have a great night.